everybody. Thank you for joining us for our next episode of Long Story Short, where we're having conversations with artists and community leaders to get us all through this crisis together. Excited to be joining you. I am Corey Baker. I am CEO of the Long Center, and we appreciate you inviting us into your homes in this way. I've been really excited about these conversations because so far I've gotten to talk to some of my favorite people. And today is no exception. I'm really lucky to know these two incredible women in person and in normal life, and had an opportunity to work with them both. So I'm really excited to talk to them, and I know you'll be inspired by what they're doing in our community. So I would happy to introduce Heidi Marquez Smith, who's the Executive Director of the Texas Cultural Trust, and Leslie Ward, who is the Chair with AT&T. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us. We're really excited to get to see you since we haven't gotten to see you in a little while.
I know it's tough, but this is something. At least it's interactive.
It's a fun opportunity, and I love your backdrop.
Oh, thank you. I know it's kind of like that. Where home is where the art is, which is a wonderful program that they're doing. This is where my heart is, so I like to have it close by. And you know, it's funny, we were just talking about this. I've had such a great opportunity, and artists and arts organizations certainly know of the Texas Cultural Trust work, and we depend on you all and the wonderful things you do. But I think maybe the average citizen might not be as familiar. So I would love to kind of get started, Leslie, as leader of the organization and being involved for so long now, hearing from you the mission of your organization, just some of the key programs.
I would love to do that. Our mission is to be the leading voice for the arts in education advocacy, a word I can never say, and economic impact in Texas, spotlighting the creative excellence of our state. The Texas Cultural Trust manages various programs to heighten awareness and support for the arts as essential to improving public education and stimulating economic growth. Art Can, our core program, produces the State of the Arts reports, Arts Access, Partners in the Arts, and Texas Young Masters, as well as the Texas Medal of Arts. So we keep very busy trying to be the main voice of the arts in Texas.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a big state, and y'all do a lot all across the state, which is exciting. And even though I get to run into you because you're both Central Texas based, it is a statewide organization, and sometimes we get in the Austin bubble. And so maybe Heidi, you can tell us a little bit about, obviously this is a national and international issue, but how is COVID-19 kind of affecting statewide? What are the conversations around the arts, and especially how and when we get to recovery?
You know, those are excellent questions. And one of the things that we've been talking a lot as far as our board and our team is talking about how important the arts have been since COVID has expanded. We've seen it happen in our local communities in Texas and around the world. And so we know, I think the artists were the first to go online and to share their talent. And it's been a way to connect people, a way to provide emotional comfort, and a way also to engage people in creativity, which is wonderful. But these are the same people that are being significantly impacted. And so we need to help. As you know, as a performance arts venue, you're closed. You cannot gather, you cannot get together. And one of the important things that we're doing is trying to connect all of the arts and culture sectors through across the state. And we did that by launching the State of the Arts Council. So we had our first meeting just about 2 weeks ago, and the focus on that was to share best practices, give kind of the landscape of the current issues affecting artists and the arts community right now. And we were so pleased to have you and to talk about how performance arts venues are being affected. We also had the governor's music office head, Brendan Anthony, Texans for the Arts, and Texas Commission of the Arts. And one of the things that we're pressing on everyone is to fill out a survey, one in particular called it's the Americans for the Arts Economic Impact of COVID-19 on Arts and Culture Sectors. So if you go to americansforthearts.org, you can get on there and apply, complete the survey as an organization, but also as an individual artist. Data is going to be so important as we prepare to advocate and to support and provide recovery for arts organizations across the state. And it's really important that we are all going to one survey. And I think AFTA has done an incredible job of collecting a lot of data across the country. but we also need to be hyper-focused on Texas. And if I could, I'd like to share with you current impact right now, with 864 organizations reporting, which is not very high at all. The total financial impact on Texas is being reported as $40,000, just over, which we know is so much higher right now. And if you think about it, we produced the State of the Arts report, and in 2019, we reported that the arts and culture sector brought in $5.59 billion to the Texas economy. So we know it's going to be more devastating for 2020, and we think it's important to highlight that. In addition, they're also reporting that the median financial impact per organization is $30,000, which is significant just for those 864 reporting. And the total unanticipated expenses, meaning we've had to pivot, we've had to do different things and go online, they're estimating at about $2 million total unanticipated expenses on these 864 organizations. 96% of all those reporting have had to cancel events. They've lost well over 4 million, almost 5 million in attendance from audience members. They've laid off over 1,000 people collectively, and they have furloughed almost 2,000 individuals. That's 864 organizations. But what I thought was most alarming, that only 59% of these Texas organizations reporting said that they would survive COVID-19, which is dramatic, very dramatic.
It's very scary.
Yeah, so it's important that we have this information so we know where to help. And it starts now. We need to collect that information now to help with the recovery in the future. So we're working on that and really trying to unify and inform organizations about how they can get together. And as I mentioned, we invited leaders from all over the sectors to come together. So musicians, independent artists, performance venues, and so on. So I think it's really important that we're collaborating and that we are not duplicating efforts.
That's great. Thank you so much for your efforts. And yes, again, to echo, encourage everybody to go to Americans for the Arts and take that survey. I mean, Texas Cultural Trust is such a wonderful resource for us all and such a voice, but they need us too to get that information so they can advocate for us. So please, everybody, take a minute to do that. And thank you for all that work. And, you know, Leslie, I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I would be remiss if I didn't say Leslie was on the Long Center board for a very long time. And I was lucky enough, we had a little bit of crossover to get to work with her and her amazing colleagues. Shout out to Lisa Lucero, who with AT&T is currently on our board. And AT&T has been so good to the Long Center and the Trust and so many organizations throughout Austin, throughout the state. So thank you very much. I know you have a big hand in that and we really appreciate it. So being so involved across the state, what are you seeing right now with other arts organizations that are there? I know it's scary, but I'm sure there's inspiring moments too, and seeing some things. So tell us about that.
I think there are really inspiring stories out there. I love the Create and Place that the Long Center is doing. I always have a special place in my heart for the Long Center, even though I'm not on the board anymore. AT&T was a contributor in the beginning to make sure that it was built, and it's such a treasure for Austin. So we really appreciate everything that y'all do. I also would like to say something about the Trust Coloring Book Project. We have artists doing coloring book. The kids can do the coloring, and it's a great way to keep your kids involved in the arts while they're at home. And we've had some great artists who have contributed to this project, and we're really excited about it. And then finally, not to just stay in Austin, but we do all live here, the Zach Theater has an original production of The Tortoise and the Hare that they have made available online, which is a wonderful children's production that is great for parents who are homeschooling and want to keep their kids from just playing video games and look at the arts instead of other things that are available. So we've been really pleased with what everybody in the arts is doing to keep this, to keep it in our hearts and our lives while we're separated.
Oh, I can't wait to see I have two kids under 3 and 5. And I've been homeschooling, so
I
being able to
understand what
support
that's like.
artists
Yes.
and giving them a coloring book like that. I can't wait. I'm going to do it myself. So I'm really excited about that.
We're excited. So we're hoping to launch very early next week with just a few artists, and a lot of them you recognize. Not all of them are visual artists. We have some musicians. We have Texas leadership who have participated. So every week we'll be releasing a couple more and a couple more. So we hope people will continue to come back and visit. But it's really a wonderful way, as Leslie was saying. We're so grateful for Leslie's leadership and what she's brought to the trust as our board chair. And it really is a fantastic way to engage with the arts. And we're hoping that after all this, that we can publish a coloring book that we can then sell to benefit recovery for artists and arts organizations. It's going to be a really wonderful, I think, piece to also reflect on these times and what's going on. I will give a little sneak peek. Stephen Harrigan, one of our beloved Texas authors, has contributed an image, and it's so reflective of the history and what he's written about, but also reflected at this time. And I'm so impressed that these individuals have been so brave to kind of cross their genre of discipline and engage in this. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, that's great. We can go to the website to check it out. And I actually am, my team will do a great job of putting the website up on the video. So you're probably looking at it right now. And for, anybody that's interested, if you're an arts organization, if you're an artist, if you're just somebody that cares about the arts in our community and want to support, I know your website is gorgeous and just such a wonderful resource. So I would really encourage everybody to go and learn more about the great work and how we can all band together and support the trust. Before we head out, Heidi, I think you're going to set up, we have this is a great program, and we're going to see a little video and hear from some of the participants. So if you want to set up the video, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Corey, thank you so much for inviting Leslie and I to be a part of this. We love what you're doing with Create in Place, and we're excited to work with you and other organizations across the state. So as I mentioned, as Leslie mentioned, we have several programs, one of which is the Texas Young Masters, and that's where we celebrate 15 incredibly talented 8th through 11th grade students who excel in various disciplines in the art. And we were supposed to celebrate them on April 20th, but due to what we're enduring right now, we could not celebrate them in person. So we thought we needed to do something, much like other organizations who have had to cancel events. You're pivoting and you're thinking, how can we recognize these individuals without meeting in person? And also thank all of the incredible sponsors who supported these students, who received $10,000 scholarships over 2 years to enhance their education. And a lot of these kids will planning to go to Juilliard and Interlochen and different places to enhance their artistic education and study. And they will grow up to do amazing things. So we pivoted quickly, and our producers became video producers, and we invited some of our participants. The First Lady of Texas, Cecilia Abbott, who is our honorary chair for the event, provided congratulations. And we also invited Lauren Anderson, who is with the Houston Ballet and a former prima ballerina with the Houston Ballet, and also a previous TMAA recipient, to also offer congratulations, knowing how hard it is to get to this level of competition in the arts. She offered some beautiful thanks. And also Ray Benson, who is also on our board and a previous TMA honorary recipient, is really involved with this program. So he also offered his congratulations to this group. So we put together this video really for our sponsors and for these students and for our board, because it's such an important program, and we just wanted to give them something they could remember. I mean, they received the title Texas Young Master, and that will be with them forever. And so we're really proud of that program, and we're so grateful to our sponsors that continue to support these incredible kids who it changes their lives. So thank you for the opportunity for sharing that video.
Wonderful. Well, we look forward to watching it. We'll have to do this again. I think we should keep these up, and everybody go to American for the Arts. Please take the survey, check out the website for Texas Cultural Trust, and learn all about the important work they're doing throughout the state. Again, Heidi Marquez Smith and Leslie Ward, thank you so much. It was really nice to see your faces, and thank you for all the work you're doing in our community.
Hello, my name is Heidi Marquez Smith, and I'm the Executive Director of the Texas Cultural Trust. Together with the Texas Commission on the Arts, we are honored to present to you the 2020 class of Texas Young Masters. These 15 young men and women represent some of the most talented and creative 8th through 11th grade students in Texas. Each receives the title Young Master and a $10,000 grant scholarship to enhance their artistic study over 2 years. As you know, our state, our country, and our world are navigating extraordinary circumstances that prevented us from celebrating you in person. However, during these challenging times, I hope you too have seen the power of the arts magnified as an emotional salve, a reflection of current events, a universal language, a way to keep us connected, and also as a symbol of hope and inspiration. Each of you embody the same power, and I do hope that you will employ your talent to strengthen not only your community, but our state and our world. We cannot wait to see all the incredible things that you will achieve. Congratulations again. You truly make Texas proud.
I am so pleased to congratulate Young Masters Class of 2020. The arts connect us by heart and soul, and now more than ever, we need to stay connected to celebrate the gifts that we have been given. Congratulations to each of you on being recognized for your extraordinary artistic excellence. The governor joins me in congratulating you and in thanking the Texas Cultural Trust and your generous sponsors who make these scholastic grants possible. Keep pursuing your dreams, keep sharing your gifts, keep connecting by heart and soul, and may God bless you all.
I'm truly overjoyed and honored to be named a 2020 Young Master. I can't even begin to describe how big of an impact this scholarship will have on my future and my career. This scholarship will allow me to attend an unparalleled program at the Colburn Academy for my senior year in high school.
Thank you for making the Young Masters Scholarship grants possible. This scholarship will allow me to purchase a professional level cello. Thank you, the Texas Cultural Trust and the Texas Commission on the Arts, for investing in my future and the creative future of Texas.
I am extremely honored to be recognized as a 2020 Texas Young Master. This scholarship will allow me to refine my acting skills and help me to attend educational workshops so that I will be better prepared for a career in film and television.
I am so grateful to be recognized as a 2020 Texas Young Master. This scholarship will allow me to attend the Interlochen Summer Arts Program, where I will study musical theater for a course of 3 weeks.
Thank you to all the donors, the Texas Cultural Trust, as well as the Texas Commission on the Arts for making this grant possible. I plan to use this generous grant to further my violin studies by learning from new and inspiring teachers. Thank you for being such passionate supporters of young artists, and we hope to make you proud.
Personally, for me, this will be going into providing lessons with UT's composition professor, which is a huge step forward into me becoming a film composer, which has always been a lifelong dream of mine. So thank you for investing in my future as well as the future of other talented artists despite these trying times.
Congratulations, Texas Young Masters, Class of 2020. My name is Lauren Anderson, former principal ballerina with the Houston Ballet and 2017 recipient of the Texas Medal of the Arts Awards in Dance. You are an incredible group of young artists that represent the creative future of Texas. We salute your talent and your leadership. While each of you has compiled an inspiring body of work, being named Texas Young Master marks the beginning of new opportunities and endless possibilities. The arts is the glue that holds our community together. Be an advocate for the arts, not only in your community, but the country, in the world. Texas Young Masters, go show them what you got and go get them. Congratulations.
I'm so honored to be recognized as a 2020 Texas Young Master. This scholarship will allow me to pay for my whole summer dance intensive that I plan on to attend this summer and from all my college auditions for my senior year. Thank you for making the Young Masters Scholarship grants possible.
Thank you for making the Young Master Scholarship grants possible. This scholarship will allow me to learn from artists around the world and explore new dance forms.
Thank you so much for making the Texas Young Master Scholarship grant possible. This scholarship will allow me to train at the Juilliard School this summer in New York City.
Thank you for making Young Master Scholarship grant possible. Your generosity will have a huge impact in my life. This scholarship will help me to continue my training at the School of American Ballet.
As a board member of the Texas Cultural Trust, know that we are always there to support you and your endeavors to make this even a more beautiful world with your art. Most of you have already made important contributions to your community. I encourage you to go out and encourage young people in your community to pursue the arts. Always stay home during this crisis and practice your instrument or your art. Thank you.
I intend to use my scholarship to attend the Interlochen Summer Arts Camp in Michigan in the faction of literary arts, something I would not have been able to do before this scholarship. This scholarship will also help me prepare for my university goals, as I intend to study playwriting and literary arts in Germany.
Your generosity will make a huge impact on my future. This scholarship will allow me to explore new ways of thinking about my art, and I am using the funds to attend UCLA.
Thanks to your generosity and the scholarships you provide, I'm going to be able to further my creative education and pursue my dream of one day becoming a successful songwriter. So thank you for that.
I'm so honored to be recognized as a 2020 Texas Young Master, and thank you so much to everyone who made this scholarship grant possible.